The word of the day is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means, I don't know the exact definition, but saying something and doing something that contradicts it. It's an annoying thing for someone to be hypocritical because they're telling you to do something that they're not actually doing. It's like they're holding you to, a higher standard than they're holding themselves, and they're making your life harder and their life easier, and it feels unfair. We all hate hypocrisy. Recently, and by recently I mean in the last couple years maybe, the big one, Ellen DeGeneres was accused of being a hypocrite, which is that she was unkind in her place of work, sort of a rude mommy, if you will. I won't. I don't know what I feel like people are going to read into what I'm saying, like there's some sort of sexual innuendo, but really I truly am just going one word at a time, and it's taking me in many different directions, and I'm really not sure what I'm even saying, so don't read into it. That should remind you of the ocean. I'm struggling to breathe right now. So Ellen DeGeneres was accused of being essentially a bitch, right? And the thing is, now this wouldn't really be a huge problem if she was just an honest bitch. But she was instead a hypocritical bitch, which is being a bitch and then telling other people to be kind, which is something she would do at the end of all her shows. I think she would say something like, be kind, which is a nice thing, a nice message to send. But imagine your boss saying that to millions of people on TV, and then they walk off camera and they're mean to you. It's sort of like, ugh, I don't want to be hypocritical, okay? But I do want to send a positive message. Now, if I were to say be kind, people in my family probably say, oh, that, be kind. She ruins this household. She cuts the vibe. It would be hypocritical because I'm not always kind. I'm not always the best person. Sometimes I try to be a good person. I think I'm decent, but I say the wrong things. I'm an asshole sometimes. I don't have patience sometimes. Yada yada. Now, etc. Not yada yada. Now, but I still want to send a positive message. So a positive message that I'm comfortable sending, that I think wouldn't be hypocritical of me to say. And also, on top of all of that, I wish more people would spread this message. I wish we would shout it from the rooftops, because it breaks my heart when, on the news, there's a story about, they just freed a woman who was stuck in a basement for years and years or whatever. Some guy was torturing her and raping her and all that ugly stuff. And it breaks my heart, and it also just scares me and makes me so angry, because it's like, how dare you take away somebody else's freedom, We're all on this earth. It's one thing to kill someone and end their experience. It's another thing to force someone to have a certain experience, or to trap them and imprison them and physically harm them and all that. So, anyways, you all get the picture. You all know what I'm talking about. I wish there was more people out there. I think at the end of the news cycle, they should just, instead of closing it out with have a good day, be kind to each other, whatever the saying is, I think. Because we're not all always kind. But most of us don't have people chained up in our basements, myself included. Most of us don't want to be chained up in a basement, especially somebody else's, but even my own. So I think at the end of every show on the news, at the end of Ellen, what she should have said, and at the end of my show, what I want to say, the message I want to get out there over these radio waves or whatever works, electricity, is I know a lot about things. I just speak vaguely through these microphones and into your ears and all the spaces in between. The message I want to get out there is let her go. Let her go. Okay? Now, I'm not looking over at a person that I have hostage. I just realized that I'm looking over here at the GarageBand, which is recording my voice. And I'm seeing where it rises a lot, and that's where I need to lower my voice. It's getting a little screechy, a little shrill, you know? But let her go. Let her go. Okay? If you're a person out there, most likely a man, but let's not discriminate. If you're just a person out there and you're holding somebody else prisoner within your home, within your workplace, within whatever it may be, I'm begging you, let her go. Okay? Now I'm gonna walk you through the steps because let's be honest, you're probably, a dum-dum and need help figuring out how to get her out of there. What you're going to do is you're going to get out there. If you're at your house, this is what you do. Walk over to the basement door. Maybe it's a closet. Maybe it's the attic. Maybe it's a shed in the backyard, like that movie with Brie Larson, which, by the way, fucked me up forever because now anytime I drive by a house with a small shed in the back, I just imagine Brie Larson in there clawing her way out, and I just feel like the need to just go over and listen for a moment for screams. It makes driving down the road a very, very energy depleting activity because every time I see a little shack, I'm like, they're coming. I don't know. We're gonna rescue you, even though I just keep driving because, again, hypocrite. So walk to the basement door. You walk to the basement door. You take the lock. You bring it off. You put it down. You take the other one. You turn it and it'll go in. Okay? Now those noises are too loud for the mic. You open the door and you say, "Don't scream." You could let her scream. I fear that would lead to conflict and a potential, strangling or suffocation. So I just keep it down until she's out of there. Say, "Don't scream. I am coming down to free you." Now, you walk down the stairs. You turn the corner because your stairs lead into a wall because it's not a big house. It's not a big basement. You're pretty poor. You feel like a prison in this economic system, and that's why, well, we'll get into the reasons later, but that's why maybe that's not why. Maybe you're just a monster, which is not fine. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. It's hard to talk in a politically correct world. Is it okay to call these monsters anymore? I don't know. Not that that's even political correctness. I don't know. I don't know what battle I'm fighting or who I'm fighting against. You turn the corner. You walk over. You say, "Now I'm going to take the duct tape off your mouth. Don't scream." You take it off. Not that wouldn't make a swing. That would be a like a. I'm very limited. It'd probably be more like that, like a Band-Aid. Rip it off quick. Give her a free wax while you're at it. Give her a new upper lip for her reintroduction into the world. She should feel good going back out there. Don't make her look too good, or else this whole thing might happen again with somebody else. Now, you tell her, "Don't scream, I'm letting you go." You untie the ropes behind her in her wrists. You unlock the chains. You give her a bar of Dove soap. Now, this is not an advertisement. I just personally love the smell of Dove. And say, "Honey, go wash up." Maybe don't call her honey. say, go wash up. And then she'll wash up, and then maybe you'll have some Tresemme or some herbal essences or that purple Aussie shampoo and conditioner. She can wash up. She might need a couple showers, because if she's been there for more than a year, it's like you really got to stay in the shower for like a few hours to really feel brand new. You then blindfold her. Now, this is where people get confused. Why are we blindfolded? I thought we were freeing her. Nope, this is vital, okay? Because what would deter this type of criminal from letting this woman go and letting her live her free, liberated, universally granted, and unalienable right to live her life, what would stop this criminal is getting caught. Now, what's more important to me than this person getting caught is this woman, or maybe it's not a woman, but this person being freed, right? Yeah. And so you blindfold her, you throw her in the truck. Let's be real. You take her out to a field somewhere that's about a half a mile from a fire station. You put her down. You tie up her hands a little bit, just so that it'd take her like 10 minutes to get moving. You drive home, you never see her again. Okay? You get some plastic surgery about a week before this, so that she can't identify you or describe you to a police sketch artist. You let her go. She gets to go live her life. You go back home. You're not in trouble. Now, for the rest of your life, don't go and get anybody else, okay? For you, sir, it's a solitary life now, okay? You better drink some tea and read books and get really into it. Maybe you start working out, find a passion, find a hobby, maybe pottery, and just, stop raping people. And so that's how I want to end shows. That's how I want them to end shows. That's how I wanted, it's just beg, because you never know. I mean, these types of people probably aren't the most open to messages from public pop culture figures, but you never know if this is the one thing. It only takes a couple minutes to go through that whole charade of what they have to do to let the woman go. It's only a couple minutes out of your day. It might be that the rest of that woman's life and freedom. So I think it's worth it that we all, no matter what you're broadcasting, if it's Bubble Guppies, whatever it is, at the end of it, we just say, let her go, let her go, let her go, let her go. And then we, go to the basement, untie her hands, blindfold her, leave her in the field, go home. You've done your work here, sir. And then we save people that way. It's just an idea. Did I have anything else to say on that? I don't think so. So yeah, that's my mantra. Let her go.